Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a real quick video on this video I came across. It says this is put up by Salaki. This is put up by Timcast IRL. Okay, so it says younger generations are becoming more and more insane. They will destroy. It says when they vote, they will destroy the U.S. Now, there's a couple things. I want I see. There's one major thing, but there's a couple things I see when or think when I see videos like this pop up. Number one, it's the older generation. I'm gonna tell you why it's the older generation. In order to get the younger generation, you got to get the older generation. The older generation vote a whole lot more than even the younger generation. So, of anything, it's both generations. And I say it's the old generation because of the parents, right? I say it's the older generation as well because of the parents. The mayor of Baltimore, the mayor here in Baltimore, said one thing because they was crying about the crimes and the children and stuff like that. What are you going to do to help the children or something like that? And the first thing he said was, well, first off, you got to be parents, right? You got to be parents. See, these people that have these children don't want to be parents. They are not parents to their sons, damn sure not their sons, and they're not parents to their daughters. You know what is being taught to the sons? You pretty much you not shit unless you be an athlete. Other than that, you on a corner, you being a squeegee kid. All right, you gonna go out there shooting and shit like that. That's the only thing that's taught to the sons, man. All right, to the daughters, you could be whatever it is you want to be. Do what you want to do. Fuck who you want to fuck. Right? Open your legs to whoever you want to open your legs to. Don't worry about it. You're a queen. You're equal. You're this. You're that. That's why everything's way out of control, man. But there's one major thing with that. Right? The Bible. The Bible. The one that people always say that it's written by man. The one that always say that there's no proof or, it's just a book. Is this, is that, and everything, right? The Bible talks about the source of this problem that we're having with this so-called younger generation, right? Why everything's so out of control. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get a script. See, what bothers me about videos like this, man, every time I see videos like this, you would probably think, well, yeah, I agree. I don't agree, right? You would think that one of us would agree. Well, sure, okay, partially. I don't really like saying I partially agree with anything. I always like going with, yeah, I agree. It's either yes or no. I don't like going with partially. I never do. But I would ask you, since you're saying all this, and this is why we disagree. I would ask you, why? Why is all this happening? You could say it's the parents, like I just now said, which it is. But why is it the parents? Why is this generation so messed up? Why is the earth so messed up? Right? Why is everything just way out of control? I would ask you these questions. What's the source of it? How does it stop? Right? And you would probably hear all types of crazy answers. But they all never make sense because you will always easily find a way to debunk whatever they say because it never will make sense. We're gonna read you the source. See, this is why being in this truth knowing the Bible, when you read the Bible and you understand the Bible, you get the wisdom, knowledge, and an understanding of the other scriptures. All your answers are answered, man. I mean, it's like your questions are answered, right? Job, it's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Now listen closely. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" So now the earth, now that we know, that the earth, see, the biggest, again, man, the biggest problem, of the world today is that the lack of understanding of scriptures, man. All right. It's the lack of scriptures. It's the lack of not knowing the Bible. The Bible is an instruction book. You know, we asked everybody, and we had mixed answers with this, but it was mainly yes. We asked a lot of people. Let's say, let's say you don't really believe in the Bible. Let's just say that. Let's say you really don't agree with everything in the Bible. Let's say you only agree with 90. You disagree with 98% of the Bible. Let's just go with that for a second, right? Just for a quick second. Let's go with that. Would things be better if you followed the instructions of that's in that book? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery. You're not supposed, thou should, you're not supposed to eat abominable foods, especially that are meant for cleanup. And you don't wonder why the water is so dirty, because you're taking the crabs out of the water, and now you're eating them. The lobster, the shrimp, and everything else that cleans the ocean is what people are eating, right? So if you just left all that stuff in the ocean, you left all that stuff alone, you just leave things alone, do you think, we would be in a much better position? You're not supposed to, be a sodomite. You're not supposed to change your damn gender and stuff like that. Do you agree that things would be a whole lot better if you followed the instructions that was in the book? Even if you really didn't agree with even if you didn't really agree with the book, do you agree that the instructions in the Bible, if everybody was to follow them, this earth would be in a much better position than where it's at? You think the children, see, you're supposed to, be a parent to your child, right? That's in the Bible as well, man. You're supposed to be a parent to your child. You're not supposed to get abortion. It's a lot of stuff that's not supposed to be happening on this earth that is happening, that the Bible speaks against. Now, if these parents were children if these parents were actual parents to their children, as the Bible said that you're supposed to do you think that this video would even be thought of? Talking about the younger generation of becoming more and more insane. Why? Social media. A child left to himself becomes what? Willful, and just do whatever it is they want to do. There's a lot of things in the Bible, that aren't being done. And that's the problem. That's the problem, right? But why aren't they being done? That's my question. See, we ask everybody, do you know the problem? You got people out there that say, well, the powers that be. You got to be a little more specific than that, man. Right? You got to be a little more specific than that. Who are the powers that be? Is it the Moabites? Is it the Edomites? Is it Jacob? Right? I mean, hey, man, since you're saying the powers that be, right? I need to know. You need to be a little more specific, man. What are you afraid to what are you afraid to answer for? The powers that be. We always say they. Who is the they, man? All right? Who is the they? And we tell you what I just read in Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. We can tell you right off the bat who the fuck the wicked is. Right? I bet you Kanye, I bet you certain other people are figuring that out. But they still can't go in depth. They still can't tell you the source of the problem that's happening around the world, right? There's a certain nationality of people that needs to be put down, man. In fact, there are quite a few nationalities of people that need to be put down. And there's one special nation, right? Or a few special nations, right? The nations of Israel that need to be brought up and run the earth. This Bible tells you to keep a land Sabbath. Do you think that's happening today? Absolutely not. Right? It tells you how to treat the earth. And we living in an orb of dirt. I ask you, who do you think is in charge of that? You gotta excuse me for the rambling, man. You know? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now we understand that. See, this is why you need the Bible to answer the questions. This Bible answers everything. You people come up to us and you tell us that we're false. You walk by and tell us that we're false. And when we ask you as you're walking by, can you explain to us why we are false? You just keep walking down the street, yelling, cussing, fussing, doing whatever you're doing, man. Right? And we just let you go because you people still cannot prove how we're false. Right? You come up to us and say that we're preaching hate. Look around you. Look at the way you live. You're breathing in chemicals, and you're telling us that we're preaching hate. We people are absolutely pathetic, man. This is why the doors of mercy are shut. And see, this is why we not in the time of bullshit, man. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Right? It is what it is, man. We're not going back and forth with you on the comment boards. Okay? We're not going back and forth with you on the highways and all that just because we look, man. We ain't in the time of that bullshit no more, man. Right? It's way, way too much information out there now, man, for you not to get it. Right? Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Again, I would ask you, who is the wicked? Right? Since everybody, and I did a video like 2 days ago on opinions. This right here, man, is another opinionated ass video, man. And you know, I get annoyed seeing these type videos. Look at this. Gen Z, family, Shabbat goodness, right? Cut flower politics. Look, who is the source? Who is the source, man? I get annoyed seeing these type videos now, man. And every time I see them, man, I just get more and more annoyed. Because it'll be all these people that are on the comment board that'll tell us what you're doing is wrong. Well, wait a minute. Stop bitching and complaining and about the younger generation. Stop bitching and complaining about the shootings going on, man. Stop bitching and complaining about your bills that you gotta pay. Right? Just stop complaining about everything then, man. And mainly you women really don't got the right to complain for nothing, man. You get the benefits for everything, man. You get paid for killing your child, right? You get paid for sending your son out there as squeegee kids, and get praise too. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. You get paid to get a divorce and take 98% of that man's stuff. Y'all ain't got the right to complain for nothing, man. Somehow, and it was awfully quiet this New Year's around here. Last year, I mean, it was popping off. But this year, man, oh, it was awfully quiet. We heard a firework here and there, maybe a gunshot here and there, or whatever the fuck you people, shoot up and light up in the sky and pollute the earth even more, right? But it was awfully quiet, I didn't really hear too much of Happy New Year, right? I didn't hear too much of that, right? So, again, when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice. When the wicked are bear rule, the people are going to mourn. Again, what's your answer, man? You know? What the hell is your answer, man? Again, more opinions, right? More opinions, or you want to prove something with facts? Because every time we ask you people questions like that, well, what the hell do you think is the answer? What the hell do you think is the outcome of all this? What you gonna do when that time comes, man? Right? What you gonna do when trouble comes your way? What you gonna do, man? What you gonna store up guns? You know they can come take that shit, and don't tell me they can't, because they look, man. They made up laws. They made up more laws in 2020 when this shit kicked off. They made your ass wear a mask. If you didn't wear a mask, your ass wasn't going in an establishment, and they just made that up. So you telling me to my face that, oh, all of a sudden they can't take my guns? You telling me they can't take my stockpile food? It's already a law. They can do that. But you know what you people want to cry? What you people want to do? You want to cry? You want to make your videos that I know my rights. I know my rights this, I know my rights that, right? It was a video last year, 2 years ago, where these police officers came to this couple's house, and they said, "Look, you got to come with us. Both of y'all, you got to come with us." You know what they said? I know my rights. And those officers still got him out of there. Because you don't have rights. These laws are made up. So enough of your bullshit ass opinions, man. Enough of your bullshit ass opinions. These videos like this, man, are complete full of shit, man. Right? Because nobody goes to the source of the problem, man. This whole manosphere thing, right? This whole manosphere thing, they talk about this, they talk about that, mainly this and mainly that. What the hell is the problem, man? What's the source? How do we fix this? Because apparently your manosphere shit isn't working. Right? It isn't working. This is the real manosphere, man. This tells you what the hell to do. I know some people in the world, man, that follow that manosphere stuff, and even still effeminate as shit. What they do? Tell you some of the games the women play. Shit, we've been telling you that for years, man. We've been telling you that for years. And just because you know the games that the women play, don't mean that you can't be taken by it. Because you still very much can. We had Jake fall out of the truth from that. They was very much aware of the woman's bullshit. Right? And still got taken by him. I gotta stop playing around with the Lord, man. Enough with these bullshit ass opinions, man. Right? It's irritating as hell, man. It really is. Right? Psalm chapter 12, verse 8. Here we go. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Who the hell are the vilest men? Who the hell are the vilest creatures on the planet? The ones that run this bitch. Look up who exactly they are. Like I said earlier, man. Like I said earlier, there is way too much information out there for anybody to be just ignorant now, man. You can look up anything, man. Google, you can look up literally everything. You know what I'm saying? You can look up everything. Anything you want, everything you want now is on Google. And I mean literally everything. You don't need me to tell you that. It's 2023. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. This is why nobody has the excuse to be ignorant now, man. Because you could just look shit up now. Gotta do it before they shut down. That's why they're going to shut down the internet, man, because there's too much information out there now, man. Yeah, sure, it dumbs people down more. It has dumbed people down more. It still is doing it, right? But it also made a lot of people smarter to the bullshit. And this is why they're going to shut it down. Weirder threat, mainly. Anyway, man, I know this was a bit of a ramble session. But sometimes, man, when I see videos like this, it gets under my skin a little bit, because it's like, okay. All I hear is, yeah, man, And when we out in the world, man, you hear stuff like this. Yeah, man, because these kids these days, man, these kids, and you know who mainly complain about them? Though you old heads. Why ain't you old heads teaching them then, man? I get it. At a certain age, hey, man, they do what the hell they do now, man. But if they was grounded better, and you know, see, I could use that as an excuse, but at the same time, I really can't. Because even though they may go off their own way, right? They would still probably be better off than what they are now if they had proper guidance, right? I mean, hell, back in the day, back in ancient time, what happened? You know, the son grew up to be a king. Sure, he may have did it his own way, but he still honored. I'm talking about a righteous son had honored their father and did their best to follow in his footstep in the righteous footsteps. If their father was righteous, they tried their best to do uh, even better. You know, to try to do even better, even more righteous than even their fathers, right? So some part of that, you know, I get we're not back then. This is a completely different time, but I get that part. But some of that would still be carried along the way, even though they didn't go to the way that maybe you wanted them to go. But their priorities will probably be a whole lot better. We've seen it, you know, we've seen it, you know. But if that father or mother is grimy as hell, that little boy or girl gonna be grimy as hell, man. Right? And it's just facts. Enough of your damn opinions, man. No more opinions. Well, the Lord get ready to wipe out all these opinions, man. You know, that's all this is, man. Another opinionated ass video. You know, talking about something that we already know about. Everybody already knows about how messed up this generation is. But again, where does it start from? What you could say again? You could say it starts from the last generation, and the last generation after that, and the last generation after that. I mean, before that, so like before those. Um, but for all those generations, how do we go off from the start? See, this is when you need the Bible, man. Right? The Bible answers everything. It goes deep into everything. How did this how did us being this way start? Anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.